Add as...
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
Over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion.
You can say that again. Wait, Paimon's got it!
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson?
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... On second thought, maybe we don't need to know?
No need to be nervous. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive.
What?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
A phantom child?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests.
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home. You're quite well known in the organization already. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us? Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. Let's go. We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit.
Awesome! Thanks!
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then.
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there, but now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
Well, you're more than welcome to come along.
Linny! You're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you...
Brought them with me? Hello?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once.
Oh, it's alright!
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days! Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon?
Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
Oh, we don't need something like that. Come on! We insist, huh?
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth!
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before.
Wait, when you said gifts,
But those are the best things we can give you. Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you.
All right, Foltz, you don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with.
yeah.
Well,
All right, see you later.
Bye!
Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
when Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Chaplot is around my age. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two?
Allow me to introduce you.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you.
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Oh,
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then.
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Maybe I should dye my hair.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easy?
I heard that.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right?
Guess this is goodbye then.
Well, that's it for the supply.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. You're right. Oh, Lenny's getting...
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far? well, I should probably get cooking.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine? What are you doing here?
Fremine! Nice to see you again!
We were just going to make some food.
See?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
It's not.
Yeah, we've got some left.
Some food and water.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food. Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware. Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some...
Just a.
You're back!
Hello, my name's Linny.
Hi, Linny. You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you.
Does that name ring any bells, Lenny?
No, not at all. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for.
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. You know the rules of the house, Fremine.
I've thought it through. Linny, don't you remember last year, that night, while I was sleeping? I heard a voice telling me to go save him. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices.
So what you're saying is...
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. But she's been living with us. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with.
So what's your plan then? Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it.
No way! They have a really deep bond. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to?
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine.
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
Hey, you two! Oh, wait. Well, we're all friends here, right?
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
What are you getting at, Travis?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it.
me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here.
I've tried that already.
And?
She even came with us all the way to Poisson.
I don't know much about spirit.
Let's see here. Oh, it's just that...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us.
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2...
I swear.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You three, Traveler.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather... If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. There's no time to lose.
I'm full.
She said she's full?
That's right. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? The knave brings you here.
It's just that...
The roster? The people in charge in this house. Some people are family, and other people are just test subjects.
Wait,
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, but it seems like she's telling the truth. Maybe we should try a different approach.
Oh,
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
to where the sun can find me.
that's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. Let me think.
Ah, Paimon gets it.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father's... Of course, if the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. You too. I really hope this goes well. Clairvy, I'd like to take you somewhere.
Ad Ash. Thank you for
It's the knave and child. Hey, aren't
Oh, it's you two. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. I couldn't have that now, could I?
what sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her. I still have so many questions for her.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, no.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like...
So, dear guests of the House of the...
well, right!
Is that so?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction.
Good question.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful.
Spoken like a true diplomat.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? Okay, I admit.
Wait,
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say.
Well, nothing much. Based on your reaction.
Hardly. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. Call yourself a Fontainian.
huh?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
So,
Good.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down.
Well, that's only a recent development.
They were that high stakes?
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. Well, would you look at the time? Traveler, Paimon? I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but...
Again?
All right.
No thanks necessary.
I like the sound of that.
We should probably get going too.
Oh?
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer.
Oh, I wonder if Liddy... How did everything go?
Well, long story short, everything was fine at first. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. How did it go?
Good.
Really? Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade. Oh, yikes. That Aurora guy has a huge scar on his face.
Ah, I've met him before.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked.
Wait, so that means...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. Her name's not here, huh? Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine...
I managed to talk to quite a few people.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supply.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there.
Well, that's true. I can't say for sure.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children.
And they just believed all that?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
Whoa. What's this Project Stuja all about?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't. She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll Look! Look over there! Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there! Oh, where is she going? Or if someone sees her, we're toast! Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy!
Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clairvy.
Sure. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around.
You're saying the knave did all that? It's just that...
Everyone thinks she's a good
Mother?
but she doesn't deserve that title. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. Also, it almost feels like she's not really here. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. She looks so young.
It's getting... Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. I should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I...
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back.
Alright, looks like we're all here.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we met the doctor back in Sumeru.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings. We're not really on the same side. So I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to.
Alright, that's good. Clairvy seems... It's just that... It doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly.
Father didn't come back last night. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. All right.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Although I must profess to being curious.
Us?
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. Don't worry.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing and... Oh, good idea. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Okay, then we...
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, I'm glad to see you get along with my children.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine, although there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But don't
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their love. As for Filial, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do.
But that's...
Ah, you seem... If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all... Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like...
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermon. Well, time to go. It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you've brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may...
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense...
I heard you have a certain fondness for water taste. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and... As someone who watches over this system... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean. But I would not see their existence rendered meaningless.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe, of course. If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Indeed.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side.
What exactly were you talking about back? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large...
You really want to know?
Winnie... Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh! Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, too!
Oh, shoot. Are you... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me make it up to you at least.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please. It's my fault. Really.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident.
Hold on.
Of course
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your pay.
Oh! If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right?
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Actually, why don't... Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not?
Wait.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things. The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides Wonderful. When the time comes...
Okay.
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. It was before I became a harbinger.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. Clairvy was happy here. For a time.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House Crucibina came up with a novel idea. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so—
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth.
Wait!
Friend, huh? Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night.
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. Clairvy rejected that proposal. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruware could see it written all over her face. If she couldn't escape and fight back, precisely. It happened during a duel. From that moment on, Peruware's journey was one written in flame. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation.
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. Peruware.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about— it was he—
I left that name behind long ago. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. And that is where the story ends.
Yeah.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. You see, a certain power runs through my vein, of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed, but other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason, but no matter. All I have to do is kill her again and all will be resolved.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but so what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend!
It's too late for that. She broke the rule. I hope you understand the
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Well, I do believe I've kept my end of the deal.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Winnie!
I'm sorry, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Harry!
Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me...
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We did...
Fultz.
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Nantoi clearly said. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all.
I did not! You're lying!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. We're birds locked in a cage.
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die.
Liar.
We all live in the House of the Hearth. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal.
You've been spying on us for half a month?
Filial, Nantoi, I owe you both my life. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Sheplo, according to the rules of the House of the...
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please, Rican. We all come from broken families, but the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, so please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Linny...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
A weapon?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Impossible. Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. If they lose, the...
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong? Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Go! This will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Let it rain!
Surrendering.
Dodge this!
Is it my turn now?
Now's our chance!
With these rising flames!
Go! Fly back!
You alright? With these rising flames!
Don't get frostbite.
Come a
Is
little
it my
closer.
turn now?
Get in gear!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. The countdown has begun. Have a taste of purgatory.
Now's our chance!
How amusing.
Go!
Over here! The countdown. Begun. Like a fly tangled in a web. With these rising flames!
Water jet!
This one will try to pace yourself.
Go!
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless.
Now's our chance!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
No escape!
Is it my turn?
Cool it!
Hang in there!
Go!
Kindness has been seared away.
Freeze!
My blade is all that remains.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
You're in for a little shock.
Go!
Freeze!
Let's see how strong the resolve truly is.
Now's our chance!
Who's
Over
next?
here!
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. Your luck has been extinguished.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this! Now's our chance!
Over here!
You're in for a little shock.
Your
You've been a
punishment
naughty boy.
made manifest.
Let's fuck.
Cool it! Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Suntown is only the beginning. You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all.
Lenny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe.
Wonderful.
Bottled flame?
Indeed. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body, if you can withstand the pain. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed.
So, you're just...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die.
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears. and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flame. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lemmy.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could... oh.
Huh? That's it.
Yep. Plus, can you tell me about it?
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Still, you never gave up. But you called on everyone to unite. To fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king. And a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Really?
Of course!
You know, I used to dream of being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. If I had some more, I would buy 3 new dresses. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. Those yokai you mentioned, I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
Oh, sounds...
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons, but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime.
Oh no!
Don't worry. We were able to turn the situation around super quickly.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me!
Ahem. Okay, so it was like this.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, ARLECCH. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures, but a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Whatever regrets may linger.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's...
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
And you? What have you decided?
Lynette and Fremine feel the same way.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay.
You're
brave. You would do anything to protect them.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all—
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds. What tragedy or triumph may be in store. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. The road ahead is not an easy one. So I'll ask you one last time.
You've done so much for me, Father. Protecting my family at all costs.
Then you're welcome to stay. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering? Remine, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew,
What about you?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Oh, and I wanted to ask, Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still think if Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us, but even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. We may have arguments or times when we feel wrong.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. They seemed...